Good morning. What's up, Raider Nation? Thank you for joining me again. It is a Monday morning. I am the Commish, and this is your Raider Reaction Morning Show to get your week kicked off. Get kicked off in the right direction. Now, we had the zombie apocalypse. We've got all the social uproar going on in the country right now, and this year as a whole, 2020, has just been something like I've never lived through in my lifetime. That's for sure. Zay Jones had a very interesting story over the last week in these strange times that we live in. And I just thought it was a cool story, and I wanted to take a moment and share that with you here on your Monday morning. Nice little feel-good story to get you started.
This tweet from Las Vegas Raiders wide receiver Zay Jones talking about being approached by an elderly white woman while out shopping. He writes, "She looked at me with tears in her eyes and then said, 'I'm from Minneapolis and I just want you to know you matter to me.'"
I just asked if I could give her a hug because I just felt like that was just the right thing to do. And in an instant, she just kind of fell into my arms and she just started crying. She just kept telling me how sorry she was and how important it was to spread love. And for a moment, there was peace and there was love, and that's what I want to spread. Just peace and love, and that's what she gave me.
And Zay wants to hear from that woman. She was wearing a mask, so he couldn't identify her and didn't get her name, but wants her to know what impact that she had on him.
Although it's a difficult conversation to have, it's been great for our team and the unity of it. The captain of our football team is speaking out about it and giving his thoughts. Alec Ingle has written some things and sent it to me, and just really heartfelt and deep, meaningful things. And other guys on our team are starting to rise up and speak their opinion, and it's coming from white players, black players, all across the board. Coaches are having the conversation. Mike Mayock's beginning to have the conversation. So just being a part of this team, I really get the sense that everyone is for each other. Everyone's looking for a solution. No one person has the right answer yet, but collectively we're working to be a part of the solution and not the problem.
Now maybe, just maybe, what we need to help out in the world that we live in now is maybe it's a blast from the past.
Guys, be tough, be physical. The Bronconians will go down.
Didn't mean to bug you.
One more thing, just win, baby.
The service scan's not working. The receiver's old.
The receiver is fine. I'll fix it.
Look, someone's got to go down there.
No.
Send me a postcard.
All right, but after this, I'm not the new guy no more.
You gotta keep up with it. The Coliseum is gone, at least for usage. For the silver and black, anyway. I mean, it's still there, technically. So let's take a look at the new digs. They're getting close, man, and it's looking good. Then there were four. left in the Raider Reaction 2020 off-season Madden Challenge, our PS4 league, down to 4 in live action last night with myself and Commish Jr. on the call. First up was the AFC. We had the top 2 teams in the entire league. Number 1 in the power rankings, Richard and his 16-0 Steelers out of Chino, California, facing off against Anthony. Number 2 on the power rankings in the entire league. Number 2 seed in the AFC, 15-1. His Texans representing Raider Nation out of Ohio. It was time to lock horns. These two had been on a crash course all season. Number 1 against number 2 in the AFC. Hell, number 1 against number 2 in the entire league. 16-0 against 15-1. And it came down to injuries. Tools were just taken away from Anthony. The week before in the divisional round, he lost Ryan Shazier, who led the entire league in interceptions. Gone for the rest of the playoffs. And then this happened early in the first quarter. He's got Jimmy Pornstar in there, quarterback today. Keeping it on the ground with Peterman. Or excuse me, McCaffrey. What am I thinking, Peterman? He didn't go with the Peterman. Went with Jimmy Pornstar.
I think that was McCaffrey who just got hurt.
Did McCaffrey just get hurt?
I think he did.
Oh no. Loses McCaffrey, his spark plug to his entire offense. And then, not much later in the first half, this. He's missing his number 1 weapon on offense, his number 1 weapon on defense. It's all on the shoulders of Jimmy Pornstar and Robbie Anderson.
No
oh my
way.
God, the tips drill.
And he's out. Another
Oh. There goes his last major weapon on offense right there. Robbie Anderson was his go-to guy all season. It was Pornstar to Robbie all year, and there he goes. He makes the big play off the tip, off the defensive player's hands, and he's out. Anthony, just not enough weapons in the toolbox left to battle the juggernaut that was Richard Steelers all season. So, moving on, Steelers, Richard, 16-0, Chino, California. They punched their ticket. Season 2, Raider Reaction Off-Season Madden Challenge. Who's coming in the NFC? You got Jaden from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. His Skins, 14-2, division champions, number 2 seed in the NFC. Taking on the number 1 seed in the NFC, Brian out of Whittier, California. His 14-2 Vikings. It's been a crash course for the Vikings to meet the Steelers in the Super Bowl all season. They've been the top 2 teams in both conferences. Was it going to happen? Well, let's just take a look at kind of how it fared here towards the end of the game. Raider Nation West Coast was represented well.
Making it.
Oh, there it is. Oh, Marcus Story with the strike, the honorary quarterback of the Vikings. The strike. Brian naming Marcus Story, our fallen Raider brother who passed away just over a week ago, who was supposed to be playing Brian last Monday night in the playoffs. Fallen way too soon, was named honorary quarterback for the Vikings, and you seen him just helping drive the dagger home. Marcus Story, honorary quarterback, helped the Vikings punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. It's Brian and his Vikings from Whittier, California, facing off against Richard and his Steelers from Chino, California. It's a West Coast battle. Live next week, right here. I will be on the game call. Somebody's going to be in the booth with me. Not quite sure who yet, but we'll see. Live, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, the culmination of the 2020 Raider Reaction Off-Season Madden Challenge. The stage is set.
In and out, he does a fan.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, he slept in bed.
It's time for Prime.
Hey, welcome to the Raider Reaction Morning Show. This is Prime with the Prime Cut. I'm not going to say a whole lot on the topic. I don't like to get political whatsoever. But we should have listened to Colin Kaepernick about 4 years ago. Everything now is just lip service until we make action. Anyway, so this reminds me. You know, a lot of football fans, they're just bandwagon fans. So if you need a bandwagon team, here's my list of bandwagon teams to jump on. Go ahead. Jump on those Buffalo Bills. Tom Brady's not in the division anymore. That division is wide open, and the Bills look like they're the best. They're the front runners to take it. What, you don't like the Bills? Fine. Get on the Bucks then. Tom Brady went to the Bucks. People call him the GOAT. I still say that's Joe Montana, but hey, Tom Brady's down there. Mike Evans. They got a squad. Let's see if they can do anything. Get with those Bucks. Oh, you don't like them? Get with the Cowboys. Yeah, the Cowboys. They're everyone's little darling pick all of a sudden because they had such a lackluster year last year when they only went, 8-8 or whatever. Yeah. Get with those Cowboys. Dak Prescott, Ezekiel. Them boys. You know, there's a bunch of teams. Get with those Arizona Cardinals. Yeah. They got arguably one of the best wide receivers in football. They got a young quarterback in his second year where they're looking to have some progress made out of him. Get with those Cardinals. Or stay with your team, whether that be the Raiders or whoever else you want to root for. My favorite team is my fantasy team. Anyway, for all you bandwagoners, there's a good list of bandwagon teams for you to get on. And this is Prime with the Prime Cut.
I had a dream to someday build and maintain the finest organization in the history of sports. Give it a distinct characteristic that's different from all others.
When I was a young kid, as soon as I saw the Raiders on television, in the black, and the way they played, and the excitement, I wanted to be a Raider.
Unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play. There's nothing real in the world anymore.
We wanted to win. We wanted the best players. We weren't interested in who they were or exactly where they came from.
I'm hiring you because I feel that you are the best possible candidate for this job at this time.
Art Shell has won in his Raider debut. He is no longer the first black coach in the NFL. He's just a winning coach right now.
He asked Art Shell, how does it feel to be the first minority coach? And he said, I'm not the first minority coach. And they looked at him in puzzlement, and they said, well, who was? He said, Tom Flores was the first minority coach.
When someone passed, he would tell me, well, I need you to go to the service, and I need you to take this check to the family. I mean, this happened many times.
He says, I'm going to have that doctor fly into your place. I'm like, gosh. And then after the surgery, he would call me every single day to see how my dad was doing.
My son, Mark Davis, I'm proud of him, his friendship to me and Caroli, and most of all, his human qualities. And they really believe, and he does, in the dignity of man, and he has a love for people, and I'm proud that he represents me and that I represent him. We may take a player in who doesn't have good social habits or has been a failure somewhere else, but it's predicated on bringing them into an environment that can inspire in them the will to do great.
A D-bag! We need a D-bag of the day!
What's going on, everybody? It's me, Red Ortiz, and my douchebag, or I should say douchebags of the day, goes to everybody claiming that George Floyd died because he had drugs in his system. I guess they're saying now that he had fentanyl in his system, or that he was a COVID-19 person who got sick from that. Well, fuck that, you know. This guy died because these fucking assholes killed him. You know, it's there. It's all on fucking tape. You have all these douchebags trying to make all kinds of excuses on why he died. You know, it's the fucking evidence is there. And, you know, for all the fucking douchebags out there trying to make excuses for these fucking murderers, fuck you. You all are fucking douchebags. That's my douchebag of the day. Hope you guys have a great day.
And now, to send you off on your Monday, your Raider quote of the day. It is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you are not. Just saying. Just saying. Be true. Speak from the heart. Fuck what anybody else thinks. Fuck. I live my life that way. Have a kick-ass day, Raider Nation. Make sure to tune in tonight. We got something special for you for your Monday night. 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, right here, live on Raider Reaction. Until then, I'm out. Peace, love, Raider Nation.